In moments of intense reflection, everything can feel charged with meaning, as if life itself is speaking in symbols rather than ordinary language. Many people describe experiences where faith, hope, and inner intuition feel especially vivid, guiding them toward decisions and deeper self-awareness. In such states, spiritual imagery like archangels or sacred voices often represents inner conscience and the search for direction rather than literal instruction. This reflection is not about fear or urgency, but about awareness of timing, choices, and personal growth unfolding in subtle ways. When life becomes uncertain, the mind often creates a sense of significance around small signs, interpreting them as messages meant to guide the heart toward clarity. These moments can inspire people to pause and reconsider what truly matters, what has been lost, and what might still be rebuilt or rediscovered within themselves. The idea of a hidden key or unseen path can symbolize opportunities that appear when perspective shifts, revealing possibilities that were previously overlooked. In this way, change often arrives quietly, through thoughts, conversations, or unexpected realizations that reshape direction over time. Rather than a sudden external command, transformation usually emerges from within, shaped by reflection, experience, and the courage to act differently when awareness deepens. Ultimately, these experiences serve as reminders of personal agency and the ongoing process of understanding oneself more deeply as life continues to unfold, with patience and reflection guiding each step forward. Stay with me until the very end, because the longer you remain, the more you will sense the pull of heaven. This secret is not just information, it is transformation. It is a divine alignment, prepared for you alone. Pause for a moment and breathe this in. Archangel Michael is standing watch, guarding this message so it reaches you. Jesus is speaking softly, but with power, saying, "My child, tomorrow you will understand why I called you today. Do not move away, do not skip, stay right here, because heaven has invested too much into this moment to let you walk away empty." And before we continue deeper into this revelation, I want you to do something important. Subscribe now, share this with someone you love, and stay connected, because more divine secrets are waiting to be revealed. My beloved child, stay with me now, for heaven is still speaking. What you heard in the beginning was only the doorway, but now you are being invited to step inside. Jesus is not just calling your name, he is pulling you into a secret chamber where treasures are waiting. This is not a story, this is your destiny unfolding before your very eyes. Archangel Michael stands close to you, his sword gleaming with the fire of God's light, and he says, "The reason you are here right now is not by accident. You are guided to this exact second, because heaven does not want you to miss what is being prepared for you." Listen closely. The secret that Jesus is calling you to know is this: your life has been moving under layers of silence, hidden plans, and quiet struggles that no one else has seen. But in heaven, nothing is hidden. Every prayer you whispered when you thought no one was listening, every tear you cried in the night, every dream you buried because the world told you it was impossible, Jesus has gathered them all. He has placed them in a golden vessel, and he is ready to pour them back into your life multiplied. That is why Archangel Michael is shouting with urgency. He knows tomorrow carries something unusual, a shift, a sign, a miracle moment that will make you realize this message was the signal before the breakthrough. You are standing at the border of your old life in your new season. Stay right here and don't move. The reason I tell you not to skip is because heaven's flow is continuous. If you stop halfway, you might miss the word that unlocks everything. Right now, chains are breaking in silence. Doors are opening without you even seeing them. Angels are traveling on your behalf, rearranging paths you thought were blocked. And Jesus is calling, not as a distant figure, but as a friend, a shepherd, the one who knows your heart better than you know yourself. He is saying, before tomorrow comes, you will know why I called you today. You will see that I never forgot you, never abandoned you, never stopped believing in you. Beloved, this secret is not about fear. It is about love. A love so great that heaven had to stop everything to make sure you hear this before the new day begins. That is why this moment is drenched in divine timing. So wait and stay with me, because the deeper we go, the more you will feel the presence of heaven moving in your life. Do not look away, for this secret is already unfolding around you. My beloved soul, lean in closer, because the voice of heaven has not finished with you yet. The reason you feel this urgency in your spirit right now is because something is being written in your name in the book of destiny. Archangel Michael is still standing beside you, his wings stretched wide, guarding you from every distraction, and he whispers, "Stay here, don't scroll away, because what comes next is the heart of the secret." Listen carefully. Jesus has placed your name in a divine conversation in heaven. Imagine this for a moment, angels speaking your name with honor, your story being lifted before the throne of God, and the Father smiling because the time for your hidden promise has finally arrived. This is not about tomorrow's ordinary sunrise. It is about a dawn that carries your miracle. The secret heaven is revealing to you is this: what was delayed is no longer delayed. The weight that pressed against your progress is being lifted right now. You may not see it yet, but in the unseen realm, chains have already snapped. There are moments in life when resistance begins to loosen its hold, and what once felt heavy starts to shift in subtle, almost unexplainable ways. In that space, even ordinary experiences can feel charged with meaning, as if small events are quietly aligning toward a larger direction. A message arriving at the right time, an unexpected conversation, or an inner nudge to take a different step can all feel like signals that something new is unfolding. Rather than being random, these moments often feel connected, forming a pattern that encourages reflection and awareness. It is in such phases that people tend to sense a deeper inner strength rising, even if they cannot fully explain its source. Fear begins to lose some of its intensity, replaced by curiosity and a growing readiness for change. What once seemed uncertain starts to feel more like transition than confusion, as if life is gently repositioning everything into place. Instead of focusing on limitation, attention shifts toward possibility and renewal. This shift is not about dramatic transformation in an instant, but about gradual awakening that builds quietly over time. It invites patience, trust, and openness to what may come next. In this state, challenges are no longer seen only as obstacles but as part of a broader unfolding journey that shapes resilience and clarity. The secret is about to unfold in front of you. Close your eyes for just a moment and imagine this: heaven's scrolls being unrolled before the throne, angels leaning forward to hear what has been written about your life, and right there, in shimmering golden ink, your name appears. Jesus points to it, and the Father nods, declaring, "It is time. This is the secret. Your season of silence is ending. For too long you have carried burdens you never spoke about. For too long you have hidden your tears behind a smile. For too long promises seem delayed, as if forgotten. But tonight, before tomorrow breaks, heaven says, no more delay. What was once buried is about to rise. What was once hidden is about to be revealed." Archangel Michael stretches his hand toward you, and you can almost hear the clash of swords in the unseen realm. He is cutting away the chains of yesterday, the lies spoken over you, the doubts planted in your mind. He is making way for you to step into a divine encounter that will shock your spirit with joy. Listen closely. Jesus is not calling you to know this secret so you can be afraid. He is calling you so you can be prepared. Prepared for a door that will open suddenly. Prepared for a voice that will speak into your tomorrow. Prepared for a shift that will make sense of every pain you endured. Beloved, the reason you are hearing this message at this exact moment is because heaven orchestrated it. If you had ignored it, you would have missed the whisper. But because you stayed, because you listened, you are now standing in alignment with what heaven has scheduled for you. The secret is simple yet powerful. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not invisible to heaven. Jesus has been watching, waiting, and now he is saying, "My child, tomorrow will carry a sign that I have marked you. Watch for it, and you will know this moment was true. Stay right here with me. Don't move. This is only the beginning. The deeper we go, the clearer the secret will become. Heaven's revelation is like layers of light, and each part is drawing you closer to the center of truth. Beloved child, listen with your heart, because heaven is not finished speaking. What you have received so far has only been the outer layer, but now the secret is opening like a flower in full bloom. Archangel Michael is still here, his wings spread wide, and he declares, "Do not scroll, do not look away, because the very moment you stay is the moment heaven pours deeper into you." The secret is this: your tomorrow has already been spoken for in the throne room of heaven. While you were worried about what is next, Jesus was already preparing it. While you were questioning if your prayers were heard, the Father was already answering. The delay was never denial, it was preparation. Every tear you cried was not wasted. It was watering the soil for the miracle that is about to break through. Imagine this. Tonight, the angels are writing your story on heavenly scrolls. The ink is not ordinary, it glows with light. Your name is there, wrapped in divine promise, and Jesus himself places his hand upon it, sealing it with love. He says, "This child is mine, and I will reveal myself before tomorrow comes." Beloved, this is not about empty words. It is about a shift. That's why Archangel Michael is urgent. He is not calling you to fear, but to attention, because somewhere between tonight and tomorrow, a sign will arrive. It may come as a whisper in your dream, a sudden call from someone you didn't expect, or a feeling so strong in your heart that you will know heaven touched you. That is the secret Jesus wanted you to hear. You are already aligned with a divine appointment. Think of it this way: when the night seems darkest, it is because dawn is closest. And you, chosen one, are standing at the edge of that dawn. For a long time, it may have felt as though nothing was changing, yet silence rarely means emptiness, and often it is the space where unseen preparation unfolds. What once seemed delayed or denied can be understood as quiet rebuilding, where unseen forces, whether life, faith, or circumstance, reshape paths beyond immediate awareness. There is a growing sense that change is approaching, subtle at first, like light gathering before sunrise. Stay present in this moment, because perception begins to shift when attention deepens. This is not random coincidence, but a reminder that timing often carries meaning we only recognize in hindsight. Many moments that felt uncertain may begin to reveal purpose, as if life had been aligning pieces all along. There is an invitation to recognize that what felt like being overlooked may have been preparation for readiness rather than rejection. In this unfolding perspective, delays are not failures, but stages of formation. A transition feels close, like a long closed door beginning to move after years of stillness. Behind such symbolic doors may lie opportunities, relationships, or paths that now make sense only as they appear. Strength, patience, and growth have been forming quietly in the background, and now there is a readiness emerging, suggesting that what comes next may finally connect past waiting with forward movement. What once felt like detours may now be seen as preparation for clarity rather than confusion. As perspective shifts, there is a quiet realization that timing carries its own wisdom, unfolding in ways not always immediately understood. The present moment becomes less about waiting and more about noticing what is already beginning to change. The weight that once crushed you will no longer break you. The blessing that once would have overwhelmed you will now empower you. This is why the urgency is so strong. Heaven wants you awake, alert, and aware. A sign will come to you, beloved, a dream so vivid that you will wake up knowing it was not just imagination, a word from someone that pierces your spirit as if heaven itself spoke through them, or a sudden shift in your environment, proving that angels are rearranging your path. And when it happens, you will remember this moment and know Jesus prepared you beforehand so you would not miss it. Beloved child, understand this. The secret is not about a hidden fear. It is about a hidden promise. Something entrusted to you long ago, even before you were born. A seed placed in your soul that has been waiting for the season to bloom. Tomorrow marks the beginning of that blooming. That is why you were drawn to hear this message at this exact time. Heaven could not risk you walking into tomorrow blind. Archangel Michael lifts his sword of fire and declares, "Every shadow that tried to silence you is being cut down. Every chain that tried to hold you back is being broken. Every whisper that told you to give up is being silenced. The heavens are making way for the child of God. Stay here with me, beloved, because each word you hear is aligning you deeper with the secret. This is not a drill. This is not coincidence. It is your divine appointment. Heaven is writing your next chapter, and the ink is wet with glory. Beloved heart, stay with me now, because heaven is pressing closer than ever before. The urgency you feel is not a mistake. Archangel Michael is standing in the middle of your atmosphere, wings stretched like a shield, his voice rolling like thunder, but filled with mercy. Do not leave this moment. Do not look away. You are about to hear why Jesus himself is calling you tonight. The secret is not random. The secret is not ordinary. The reason Jesus insists you must know it before tomorrow is because tomorrow has been chosen as a marker in your story. It is not just another day on the calendar. It is the beginning of a divine chapter. What you thought was routine will suddenly carry a sign that heaven has entered your timeline. And if you had ignored this message, you would have walked into tomorrow unaware of heaven's hand. But because you are here, listening, staying, waiting, you are aligned. Archangel Michael shows me a vision, a table being prepared in a high place, a table with your name written upon it. Angels are placing scrolls, keys, and crowns on this table. They are waiting for you to arrive. But the table will not remain empty. Tomorrow something begins to manifest in your life that confirms the preparation was real. Jesus says, "This is why I called you before the new day arrives, so you would recognize my handwriting when it appears." Beloved, for too long you questioned if heaven even remembered you. You thought silence meant abandonment. But silence was the womb of preparation. The delay was the soil for your roots. And now the Father smiles, saying, "My child, you are ready to walk into the blessing that carries your name." This is the weight of the secret. Your life is shifting dimensions. It is moving from waiting to receiving, from silence to sound, from hidden to revealed. Heaven is not only aligning circumstances, it is aligning you. The strength you gained in the waiting, the patience you learned in the struggle, the faith you built in the silence, all of it is about to meet its reward. Archangel Michael raises his sword again and declares, No power of darkness can steal tomorrow from you. No hand of man can cancel what heaven has signed. No chain of yesterday can hold back what God is releasing now. Stay here. Do not move. Every second you remain, heaven is pressing the revelation deeper into your soul. This is why the angels are circling around you, because this message is a key, and you were not meant to drop it before entering tomorrow. Beloved soul, stay right here with me, because what is about to be spoken is the clearest unveiling yet. Heaven has been building each word like steps on a staircase, and now you are standing on the threshold where the view opens wide. Archangel Michael's presence grows stronger, his wings like walls of light on either side of you, and he says, "Do not move away." Sometimes a moment arrives that feels ordinary on the surface, yet carries a quiet weight that suggests something significant is about to unfold in the near future. It is as though life is gently preparing you for a shift, where what you have been hoping for begins to take shape in unexpected ways. Rather than being dramatic or overwhelming, the change may appear in simple forms such as a message that brings sudden relief, a reconnection with someone from the past, or an opportunity that opens without warning. At first glance it may look ordinary to others, but to you it carries a deep sense of recognition, as if a long-awaited answer has finally arrived. This experience often brings a rare combination of calm and clarity, easing inner tension, while also aligning circumstances in a way that feels meaningful and timely. In such moments, doubts begin to fade, replaced by a quiet understanding that things are moving into place according to a larger design beyond immediate perception. What once felt delayed or uncertain starts to feel connected, as if past hopes and present events are meeting at a single point of resolution. Many describe this feeling as a gentle reassurance that they are not off track, but instead being guided towards something they had nearly stopped expecting. It is in this space of awareness that life feels newly ordered, bringing both peace of mind and a sense of meaningful direction ahead. Urgency because heaven's movement is precise, and you are being called to awareness. You are not left out. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. Your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven, and tomorrow will prove it. Stay with me. Do not leave. The next unfolding will reveal the depth of this secret, not just the sign, but the blessing hidden behind it. Beloved child, wait and stay with me, because now the revelation is about to step from mystery into manifestation. You have heard of the sign. You have felt the urgency. And now, heaven is ready to show you what this sign will produce in your life. Archangel Michael stands with his sword burning like fire, declaring, "Do not let go." The blessing behind the sign is the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Listen closely. When tomorrow arrives and that unexpected sign reveals itself, it will not only prove heaven is near, it will unlock a door that has been waiting for you for years. The sign is not the end, it is the beginning. It is the announcement that your new chapter has started. Just as lightning signals the storm, this sign signals your blessing. Jesus whispers, "The moment you see it, remember this: what I start, no man can stop. What I release, no hand can hold back. What I open, no power can close." Beloved, this blessing will do 3 things for you. First, it will restore what was taken. What you thought was lost forever will begin to return in ways you could never imagine. Second, it will reveal what was hidden. Secrets kept from you will surface, and you will see truth shining where there was once confusion. Third, it will release what was delayed. Blessings that were tied up in silence are now loosed, flowing freely into your hands. That is why Archangel Michael is crying out with urgency. He does not want you to mistake this sign as coincidence. He wants you to recognize it as heaven's delivery. He says, stay awake, stay aware, because your life is shifting even as these words are spoken. Picture this. Tomorrow, you will sense something change in the atmosphere. It may feel small at first, but in your heart, you will know it is the ripple of heaven touching earth for your sake. From that moment forward, opportunities will begin to align. Conversations will open new paths. What once seemed stuck will suddenly move forward. Beloved, you are not hearing this for comfort only. You are hearing this for preparation. Jesus is calling you tonight because he does not want you to miss tomorrow's unveiling. This is why the message reached you, why your spirit was stirred, why you could not look away. You are chosen for this alignment. Stay with me. Don't scroll. Do not leave before the secret is fully unfolded. The next part will reveal the personal message Jesus is attaching to your name, the very words he wants you to carry into tomorrow as your anchor. Beloved, do not move away now, because this is the part your soul has been waiting for. All the urgency, all the calling, all the signs, they lead to this one moment. Archangel Michael is standing over you, wings blazing with light, and he whispers, stay, stay until the end, for now the secret is no longer hidden. Now Jesus speaks to you directly. Listen carefully, for these are not ordinary words. Jesus says, my child, I have seen your tears, and none were wasted. I have heard your cries, even the ones you thought no one noticed. I was there in your silence. I was there in your struggle. I was there in the shadows where you thought you were alone. And tonight, before tomorrow comes, I am calling your name so you will know I never left you. The secret I reveal to you now is this: you are chosen. You are marked. You are mine. Tomorrow is not the same as yesterday. Tomorrow carries my promise in your hands. A quiet certainty rises when a sign eventually appears, carrying with it the sense that something long prepared is finally unfolding. In that moment, what once felt as an ending reveals itself as a quiet beginning, a turning point shaped long before it was ever noticed or understood. Fear and hesitation begin to loosen their grip, replaced by a steady assurance that what was hidden is now coming into view. Delays no longer feel like loss, but like timing aligning. What was withheld begins to move forward, and what was broken starts to find wholeness again. There is a feeling of restoration, as if what was taken or lost is being gently returned, and doors once closed are slowly opening. Nothing feels random anymore. Instead, life feels guided by a deeper unfolding that cannot easily be interrupted. The atmosphere shifts with quiet intensity, as if a message has been forming beneath the surface and is now rising into awareness. The next day carries a different weight, noticeable in subtle ways. How the morning feels, how each step seems more aware, more awake. What arrives is not only personal but connected, touching relationships, family lines, and even future generations in unseen ways. A lasting ripple begins here, where one moment of realization becomes the start of something far greater than the individual experience itself. Each step forward quietly confirms that something meaningful has already begun, unfolding beyond expectation and understanding. Jesus says, "What I pour into you now will overflow. The peace I give you will rest upon your household. The provision I release will flow to your family. The breakthrough you receive will open doors for those who come after you." You are not only chosen for yourself, you are chosen as a vessel, a carrier of blessing, a doorway for others to step through. Archangel Michael shows me a vision, a river breaking through dry ground. At first it is small, a trickle, but then it becomes wide, powerful, unstoppable. This river is your blessing. It will water barren places in your life, and then extend outward to everyone connected to you. That is why heaven cried with such urgency. If you had missed this, an entire river would have been delayed. Beloved, understand this deeply. The blessing tomorrow carries is generational. It will rewrite stories in your bloodline. Where there was lack, there will be abundance. Where there was sorrow, there will be joy. Where there were broken cycles, there will be restoration. Heaven is saying, it ends with you, and it begins with you. This is why Jesus called your name before tomorrow. Not just to comfort you, but to crown you as the starting point of a new season for your family and your lineage. You are the hinge on which the door turns, the light that enters a dark room, the seed that becomes a tree sheltering many. Beloved, stay with me, because the secret is still unfolding. Each word you hear is watering the ground of your destiny. Tomorrow's sign will not only shift your path, it will shift the paths of everyone connected to your life. Beloved soul, do not move, for now the secret begins to step into the realm you can see with your own eyes. Archangel Michael is near, his presence blazing brighter than before, and his command is clear. Stay with me until the end, for heaven is about to reveal how the blessing will unfold in your life. Jesus has spoken the promise, and tomorrow it begins to manifest. But what does that look like in your world? Here is what heaven shows. In your home, peace will settle like a blanket. Where there was tension, quietness will come. Where there were restless nights, you will notice rest. Even the air will feel lighter, because angels will be stationed at your door, guarding the space where you live. Archangel Michael himself declares, this home is marked with light. In your work and provision, opportunities will stir. An unexpected message, an idea, or an open door will show up like a sign written with your name on it. What was once blocked will begin to move. What was once delayed will begin to flow. Jesus says, I am placing my favor upon the work of your hands. Watch as I cause increase where there was lack. In your relationships, truth will surface. Some people will suddenly reveal their real heart, while others will be drawn closer to you with love and loyalty. This is heaven's way of removing shadows and aligning you with those meant to walk with you. You will know who is genuine, and you will feel it in your spirit without confusion. Beloved, all of this begins tomorrow. That is why the urgency was so strong tonight. Heaven could not let you walk into these shifts without knowing what they mean. If you had not heard this, you might have mistaken these movements as coincidence. But now you know, they are signs, they are confirmations, they are heaven's fingerprints in your daily life. Archangel Michael raises his voice and proclaims, this child is prepared, this child is aware, this child will not miss the blessing, because they have listened to the secret before the dawn. Understand this, the blessing is not a distant dream, it is a living movement, already stepping into your tomorrow. Every word you have received so far has been carving space in your heart for this very moment. Stay here with me, wait and remain, for the deeper you listen, the more the blessing anchors into your spirit. Beloved heart, stay right here, because what is coming now is the sealing of everything you have heard. Archangel Michael is standing in holy silence, his sword lowered, his wings wrapped around you like a shield of light. He whispers, do not let this slip away. This is the covenant moment. The secret has been spoken, but now it must be sealed. Jesus leans close, and his voice is gentle but filled with authority. He says, my child, I am making a covenant with you. A covenant is more than a promise. It is a binding, eternal vow. I do not speak and then forget. I do not give and then take away. What I reveal tonight, I will stand by tomorrow, and the day after, and for every day of your life. The covenant is this: you will never walk alone. Some moments in life arrive like a quiet assurance that you are not alone. even when circumstances feel uncertain or heavy. In those times, an inner light can feel like guidance, steadying you when doubt tries to return, and helping you see meaning where confusion once lived. Even when others fail to understand your path, there is a sense that truth within you continues to speak clearly, shaping your direction with calm certainty. There is a feeling of closeness to something greater than yourself, rooted in love and continuity, as if nothing essential about your journey can truly be lost. What begins to unfold ahead is not meant to be temporary. Instead, it grows gradually, like a steady stream that gathers strength over time. Peace expands in subtle ways. Favor becomes more noticeable in everyday moments, and a sense of protection feels consistently present. Within this perspective, your life is not random, but carries intention and meaning, as though every step has been acknowledged and remembered. Even symbolic figures of guidance, like Archangel Michael in tradition, represent that protective urgency and care, reminding you to remain aware of what is unfolding. The message is not about fear or pressure, but about awareness, patience, and trust in a process that continues to develop within you. Beloved child, wait and stay with me now, because this is the final unfolding of the secret heaven has been pressing into your spirit. All the urgency, all the whispers, all the promises, they were building toward this very moment. Archangel Michael steps forward, his wings blazing with fire, his voice carrying the weight of eternity. This is the hour of proof. This is the moment of manifestation. Do not move until you hear it. Tomorrow's dawn will not be like any other. It will carry the imprint of heaven upon it. When you open your eyes, you will sense it immediately, an atmosphere lighter, a peace deeper, a stillness carrying power. This is the covenant Jesus spoke, breaking into visible reality. Beloved, here is what you will notice. Something in your life that felt closed will suddenly open. A person who was silent will reach out. An opportunity you thought had passed will present itself again. Or a new path you never imagined will rise in front of you. This will not be random. It will be the undeniable fingerprint of God. Jesus says, "I will not leave you guessing. I will not leave you in doubt. I will prove my covenant with you in the small details and in the great signs." What you hear tonight will echo tomorrow morning. What you believe tonight will bloom tomorrow in your life. Archangel Michael lifts his sword high and proclaims, "This child's tomorrow is secured. This child's blessing is released. This child's covenant is alive." You may feel unworthy. You may wonder if this is truly for you, but heaven is declaring it anyway, because God's choice is not based on your perfection. It is based on His love. Understand this, beloved, the secret is no longer hidden. It has become your story. From tonight to tomorrow, you will see the evidence. The emergency was not about danger, it was about timing. Heaven could not wait any longer. You had to know before tomorrow came. Stay with me, even as we draw this part to a close, because every second you remain, the covenant roots itself deeper in your heart, and when tomorrow arrives, you will not just remember these words, you will live them. Beloved child, stay with me one final time, for this is the climax of everything heaven has been speaking. All the whispers, all the urgency, all the promises, they were leading you to this closing moment, the seal of heaven over your destiny. Archangel Michael stands taller now, his wings wrapped around you like walls of fire, and he declares, "It is finished. The message is complete. The covenant is sealed." Jesus himself speaks gently but firmly. "My child, tomorrow will prove that I have never left you. Tomorrow will carry the evidence that your name is written on my hand. You will see it. You will feel it. You will know it, because I do not call in vain. I called you tonight so that when the dawn breaks, your heart will recognize my presence moving through your life. Beloved, The emergency was never about danger, it was about timing. You needed to hear this before tomorrow, because heaven wanted you prepared. Now you are ready. Ready to recognize the sign, ready to embrace the blessing, ready to walk into the chapter heaven has already written in golden ink. Archangel Michael proclaims, "This child is no longer wandering. This child is no longer waiting in silence. The promise has arrived, the blessing is unlocked, and the covenant is alive." What does this mean for you? It means the heaviness you carried will lift. It means the prayers you thought were forgotten will bloom. It means the doors you thought were locked will swing open. And tomorrow, as the new day rises, you will begin to see the proof. A message, a call, a change in the air. It will come, and it will confirm everything heaven has spoken tonight. Beloved, the secret is now yours. It has been given, guarded, and sealed. You are not the same as when you began. You are chosen, covered, and destined for more than you can imagine. Jesus has called your name, and you answered. That is why your tomorrow is different. Stay with me for this last moment, and let it sink deep into your heart. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not ordinary. You are a chosen vessel of heaven's glory. Share this final word with someone you love, for their tomorrow may also hold hidden miracles. In this closing moment, what seemed like an ending reveals itself as continuation rather than conclusion, as if something unseen is still unfolding beyond what was said. The sense lingers that there is more waiting just beyond the edge of understanding, a quiet assurance carried through every line. The presence described as Archangel Michael remains imagined as steadfast and radiant, symbolizing protection and strength that does not withdraw but holds firm like a constant flame. The message turns toward reassurance, emphasizing that what has been set in motion cannot be undone, and that promises spoken into life are not fragile but enduring. A deeper comfort emerges, suggesting that what begins in one moment continues to grow through time, shaping itself into experiences, opportunities, and unexpected openings. Fear is gently replaced with steadiness, and uncertainty gives way to trust in the unfolding path. Each step forward is framed as part of a larger design, where one moment leads naturally into another, where doors open in sequence and burdens gradually release. The tone carries an assurance that life is not stalled but progressing, guided toward expansion and clarity. In this imagined exchange, the voice of reassurance becomes central, encouraging a sense of readiness rather than hesitation. What lies ahead is portrayed as steady growth, where each day builds upon the last, and where the heart recognizes familiarity in what once felt unknown and finds calm assurance within every unfolding moment ahead now. Beloved, let this truth sink deeply. You are not standing at the end, you are standing at the beginning. This is not closure, it is launching. This is not the last whisper, it is the start of a lifetime of whispers, signs, and divine encounters that will carry you forward. Stay with me for this last breath, because the secret has now become your story. The emergency is finished, the covenant is alive, and your tomorrow is marked. Share this overflow with someone who needs to know they are chosen. Subscribe now, because heaven's voice does not end here. This is only the first of many revelations waiting for you. Beloved heart, you are still here, and that is no accident. Each part has drawn you closer, each word has opened you deeper, and now heaven whispers again, the message is not finished, because your destiny is not finished. Archangel Michael stands before you, his armor gleaming brighter than ever, and he declares, "Stay, the longer you remain, the more heaven pours into you." Jesus speaks with love and authority. My child, tonight you were awakened to the secret. Tomorrow you will see the sign, but beyond tomorrow you will walk in the stream of blessings that never end. Do not think this is a single moment. This is a shift in your timeline. You have stepped into a covenant that will not fade. Beloved, here is the depth of the secret. Your life has been rewritten. The story you thought was ordinary has been infused with divine handwriting. The pages ahead are not blank. They are already filled with promises, answered prayers, and miracles waiting for your arrival. The sign that comes tomorrow will be the proof, but it is only the first chapter of the greater unfolding. Archangel Michael shows me a vision, a scroll unrolling endlessly, your name written at the top, and every line beneath filled with blessings, protections, and divine alignments. It is longer than you imagined, richer than you dreamed, more powerful than you believed. Michael points to it and says, "This is why we called you. This is why we could not stay silent. Your life is not a short note. It is a song that heaven will sing for generations." Jesus leans in and whispers directly to you, "Carry this truth. When tomorrow dawns and you see my hand move, remind yourself, it does not end there. Every day after is also mine. Every step after is also guided. You will never again walk alone, because I have tied my covenant to your name." Beloved, do you feel it? That stirring in your spirit? That sense that something greater is already unfolding around you? That is heaven confirming what has been spoken. You are standing in the overflow of God's love. The emergency cry was never to frighten you, it was to awaken you. And now you are fully awake. Stay with me, stay anchored, because heaven is not finished speaking into your destiny. This is a lifelong flow. Beloved child, stay here with me, because the revelation is still flowing. The secret has been whispered, the covenant sealed, and tomorrow's sign has been promised. But now heaven reveals something even greater, how this blessing will echo into the world around you. Archangel Michael steps forward, his wings glowing like pillars of fire, and he says, "Do not leave this moment. The covenant you carry will overflow beyond your life." Jesus speaks softly but with undeniable power. "My child, when my light touches you, it cannot remain only in you. It radiates outward. Just as a lamp cannot be hidden under a basket, neither can my blessing on you be hidden. It will shine in your home, in your relationships, in your work, and in your world." Beloved, this is the secret's next layer. Heaven's move in your life is contagious. The peace you receive will be felt by those who walk into your home. The provision that flows to you will flow through you into others' hands. The joy that fills your spirit will spread to those who hear your voice. What Jesus plants in you tonight will bloom tomorrow, not just for you, but for everyone who comes near you. Archangel Michael shows me a vision. You standing like a tree, your roots deep in heavenly soil, and branches stretched wide. Birds rest in your branches, people find shade beneath you, and fruit grows in abundance. Michael declares, this child has become a carrier of blessing. Their environment will change because heaven has marked them. Beloved, understand this deeply. Your blessing is not private. It is generational. It is environmental. It is transformational. The light Jesus has placed in you will shift atmospheres. Rooms will feel different when you walk in. Conversations will change when you speak. Lives will be touched simply because you carry heaven's fragrance with you. Jesus whispers again, tomorrow's sign will prove my covenant with you, but the days that follow will prove my covenant through you. In this final reflection, the message reaches its closing tone, carrying a sense of completion and inner awakening rather than urgency or fear. It speaks of transformation as something already unfolding within you, a steady unfolding of purpose that extends beyond a single moment and into the path ahead. What has been revealed is described as protected and established, not fragile or uncertain, but steady, like something held in a greater design that cannot easily be disturbed. There is an image of divine guardianship, symbolized through a protective presence surrounding your journey, suggesting guidance, strength, and unseen support as you move forward. Every step is portrayed as already accounted for, every direction already under watchful care, bringing a sense of calm assurance rather than tension. The idea of a sealed promise reflects permanence, as though what has begun in your life has already been secured against loss or interruption. Instead of focusing on conflict or opposition, the message emphasizes safety, continuity, and the quiet confidence of being led. It invites a shift from uncertainty into trust, from fear into steadiness, and from waiting into awareness of what is already in motion. As the reflection settles, it leaves behind a sense of peace, encouraging you to move forward without hesitation, grounded in the belief that your path is unfolding with purpose and care, offering a quiet reminder that everything is aligning in its own time and meaningful order.